What's a cold world out here?
Where have you found this shit?
Somebody gotta live it. Double cup iced tea though. Home through the lean, that made me go too slow. My story, my life. Black Dickies, black lifestyle move. Black Glock, my 45 will do. Black Royce, sitting on 32. I'm riding like a reaper, just trying to stay out the news. Black Dickies, black lifestyle move. Black Glock, my 45 will do. Black Royce, sitting on 32. I'm riding like a reaper, just trying to duck the news. How y'all doing? First and foremost, thank y'all for watching. Hopefully try to come out with some more videos of with positive content and stuff. But today it's been in my mind or whatever to just talk about, how to be great. I used to have this whole concept in my mind that you can't really express how to be great until you at that level where everybody basically just looks at you and say, damn, that dude got money, that dude got, property, that dude got, whatever type of resources that, leans towards your understanding or whatever. But today, I know there's a lot of stuff going on in the world or whatever, but some of the things that I'm starting to notice is that, a lot of people got excuses. We can't place ourselves in whatever type of family that has it or doesn't have it or whatever. When we born, we just gotta live life and go through the steps of learning what life is. Rather if you make a whole bunch of mistakes or life seems to be unfair to you or whatever the case might be. But I'm gonna just speak from, I guess you could say, an overall general perspective, and then in whatever situation that you're in life. Rather, if this video is some type of reminder in the sense of that you're worth more than what you think you are worth, or you've been down in the dumps for however long, and you come across this video, whatever, and then you then realize that you basically just got to speak into existence the direction and the view of how you want your life to be. It's not gonna happen in one day, maybe not a week, maybe not a month, maybe not a year, whatever the case might be, but on your terms, on your foundation, how your outlook on life is or whatever, it does play a big part. A story about myself or whatever is, I was always chasing this view called, my family is always gonna be there for me. Unfortunately, recently, but of course working towards where I'm at right now, I've seen that it's not that way. Even your family does not owe you nothing. You owe yourself everything that you want out of life. I'm gonna just let that be known right there. There's too many people in this world that complain about, oh, I don't have money, I don't have this, my life is this because of this, and this led up to that, and all the other type of, he say, she say stuff. Some of the stuff that you hear, yeah, it is sad, somebody passed away who they was really holding on to, or whatever the surrounding situation was in life or whatever. But at the end of the day, if you can't speak life for yourself, ain't nobody else finna do it for you. I can't speak on when you have a child or whatever, how a child gives you a renowned view in life and stuff like that. I've heard of people that when they had their first son or they had their first daughter, whatever like that, it motivated them to grind even more. Or when they had their second or their third kid or whatever, it motivated them to not be content where they at, because it's not just them that they're gonna be failing them or whatnot. It's gonna be the whole, family on the foundation, kids, wives, whatever, people that just look up to you, whatever. Some people get mad because, oh, well, this person was able to make this move because, somebody passed away and they left an inheritance, or, they had a father that had X amount of money, or, a vision, or whatever the case might be. And they, whoever they was around or whatever, they just, branched on to the next person's vision. Listen, when you're going through life or whatever, you got to be able to know what you want out of life. Some people ain't even got the talent at the moment when they realize that that's something that they want to do, to go after, what they see fit for themselves. All you could do is just try. And if it's something that you really got a die-hard passion for or whatever like that, try multiple times. And if it's something that I guess you could say that comes on your foundation and meaning of, how your life is set up or whatever like that, between you and God and how hard you really want whatever it is that you're chasing or whatever, need to have a come to Jesus meeting or whatever and figure out how you're going to make that way. I'm going to tell you this. Everybody in this world has the opportunity to be rich. I can only speak on my case. Some of y'all that may know me or whatever, before I even had my own little foundation or whatever, I stayed buying shoes, I stayed buying a whole bunch of clothes, I stayed going after chains, grills, anything that was basically like materialistic or whatever. But I didn't have that state of mind to where it was like, man, if I put together everything that I had that I guess you could say was spun foolish or whatever, I would have had enough for not just a down payment on a house or whatever. I would have had enough to just pay off that house. And then as I'm going forward or whatever, that could be my equity towards, another venture that may cost, some money or whatnot. To be great, man, all you basically got to do is just focus on you. Focus on your foundation while putting on that work to be great, whatever it is. I may even go as far as saying, if your situation says that you need to sell drugs because of the environment that you in, or you got to connect, or that's your visualization in the sense of, you being real and how to get to where you want to get, listen, do it, but do it smartly. Set a budget. Hypothetically speaking, say you a big time dope boy or whatever, and I don't know, every week, you make about $500. Times $500 by what, like 52 weeks or whatever, and see how much that is, and then what you can invest that money in. Obviously, you're not going to be, spending money on, stupid stuff for love unless you want to, because who am I to tell you what to spend your money on or whatever. But that could be your opportunity in the sense of how to get out of where you're trying to get out at, or how to bring your vision as far as like the bigger picture that you're trying to get out of life, to making it to a realization for you or whatever. Stop with the excuses. We all have the same 24 hours, unless God says he want to take you at hour 21, hour 14, hour 8, hour 8 with 35 minutes into it or some shit like that. We all have the capability to be more than where we at right now. Regardless of, what the situation is that you in life. If you have family, you don't have family, you're going through whatever personal demons that you got to go through, whatever the case might be, but just keep speaking the positivity, that you want out of life. It will happen. Sometimes it does happen, but people's emotions get in the way that you tend to miss the beauty of that moment that was to come due to what you were surrounding yourself with. But then life threw you a curveball to where when all the good stuff was happening or whatever, you was focusing on old baby mama, or you was focusing on baby daddy, or your child might have gotten sick, or somebody that day couldn't babysit the child, so you're not able to work your full 12-hour, 8-hour, 10-hour, whatever type of shift that you got going on and stuff. But every day that you wake up, it's not nobody else's responsibility to tell you, hey, you getting there, but yourself. Take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. Some people, they got a problem with drinking. Some people got a problem with smoking. Some people just got a problem with lying. Some people laying all this stuff on their foundation or whatever that is cracking the edges, and is weakening, what can basically be held on it. It's so many avenues, there's so many directions that you can go to in life or whatever, that you got to be able to sit down, look at yourself in the mirror and say, what is it that you really want? And if you don't know, whatever that can control that destiny, as far as if it's money, a better relationship with God, better relationship with, family, or just you being a better you, focus on that. Take time out for yourself. Really figure out what is it that you want to do with your life. And I mean, this is a broad topic to talk about, because somebody's vision in life could be, I want to be a football player. Somebody's vision in life could be, I want to be a pilot. Somebody's vision in life could be, I want to be a rapper. Somebody's vision in life could be, I want to be a big entrepreneur. Somebody's vision in life could go even beyond that. They want to do all those things so they can, bring out the good that they want to, bestow upon people. And if it ain't for other people, whatever, even if it's just for your family, I can't knock you on that. God won't knock you on that. Life is a blessing. But life is also something that should not be wasted and taken advantage of. Because for the man that's 33 years old and still hasn't figured it out yet or whatever, that kid that didn't make it past 15 or whatever, but had big ambitions, and he had the family and he had the financial support, he had the connections or whatever to, to connect all the dots or whatever to be really, really successful in life. But unfortunately, he or she or whatever is not even here no more. As long as your heart beat, you have a purpose. Regardless if you've been fucking up in life since day one up until now, you have a purpose in life. Now, I'm not going to get on this whole, God spiel or whatever. That's, for me personally, yeah, I believe in God, but, me and God having a little situation, but who am I to say God ain't doing what he's supposed to be doing right? I need to check myself. It's a lot of mistakes that I made in life. It's a lot of, good that I feel like I've done in life. And it's a lot of, patiently observing that's kind of benefiting me to the point of where I'm at right now. Of course, through this whole, COVID-19 situation or whatever, I know it's hard for a lot of people to get jobs or, maintain or, kind of really focus on their own little foundation or whatever without jeopardizing their situation and stuff. Some people may be blessed. Some people may not even be phased through all of this, depending on what states you in and how you've been grinding and how you've been saving and stuff like that. But I'm not going to make this into a long video. Basically, my main focus is, how to be great. And how to be great doesn't mean that you got to have millions and millions of dollars or whatever in your account. How to be great could be, how you influence people that are around you. Because I will tell you this, I've been the one that looked at people and be like, dang, how that person got to be in that position, or how is that person so influential, whatever, as well as being that person that, people outside of your circle, whatever, also look at you and say, man, that kid got something special in him. Or it could also be people that say, man, that kid is terrible. He a fuck up. He a liar. He a cheater. He all that other type of stuff. You can't control what the naysayers say. But as long as you got that vision in the sense of how you are going to be great in whatever way, that how you navigate through life or whatever, do it for you. Do it for your foundation. Do it for those that are on your foundation, from kids to wives to, to people that you really, really close with or whatever, the ones that you call friends. And I mean the real friends, the ones that if you was at the hospital, there is no ifs, ands, or buts. They will be there to see you, make sure you straight. They'll pray for you from the distance or whatever. They'll pray for you in your walk in whatever way that you go to, whatever. They'll tell you the hardcore truth about you and what you need to do to change, or what you need to do to kind of like maneuver a little bit different or whatever. Stay blessed. I'm going to try to work on more videos or whatever, because like I said, I'm new to this, but I know there's a lot that I want to get off my chest, but I don't want to be that person that, God's given all this opportunity, all this insight to or whatever, but never really put in the effort to, bring the content out. Right now I'm on a, Samsung S10 phone. I'm thankful, even though I would like a camera and all that type of stuff. But again, I gotta put the vision forward and just see how it comes out. Who knows? This video may be the first video of many, many, many videos that will show the progressional growth in me. I may not even be working here when it's all said and done. I may, flash a little cash or whatever, but the behind the scenes is, by God's grace or whatever, I would love to be that light, and help, those that I come into contact with in whatever direction I go at in life or whatever. But again, if you don't take anything out of this first video, whatever, just wake up. Take some time for yourself. If it's 5-10 minutes, if it's prayer, if it's meditation, if it's, you saying to yourself, I will be in this position. I will get what I'm really, truly passionate about and stuff. I will be at a place where I can make that impact that I really feel that, it's in my heart that I really want to be at or whatever. I will get that knowledge, that education, that guidance, whatever it is that you want, man. Just listen, take some time out of yourself in the morning. Do it for you, because ain't nobody else going to do it for you. Don't be waiting for no handouts or anything like that. If you get a handout and it's a blessing, hey, all blessings to you. That means somebody else sees the potential in you or whatever, and they just want to add a little support to you. Ain't nothing wrong with it when it comes to like the support aspect or whatever. But again, you can't control that. You can't control that millionaire saying, okay, I want to slide you $2,000 or $20,000 or $200,000 or whatever towards your way for a cause and a purpose that you're trying to, push or whatever. Be you, And just remember, in anything that you do, there is always people watching, whether if you know it or don't know it. And one day, that blessing will come to light if it hasn't already came to light for you. If you felt like, that blessing was given to you, but you kind of messed up on it and stumbled upon it, listen, dust your shoulders off or whatever. Learn from that mistake. Build on what needs to be built on in your life to get you to where you're trying to get at. And for the ones that, you've been working hard and you feel like, man, all you do is get a paycheck and it be the same thing over and over and over and over or whatnot, change something. Tweak something in your life a little bit differently or whatever. Do something for yourself. Do something for others as far as like the venture that you're trying to take in life or whatever. You are worth something. I'm going to leave y'all with a quick story. It's been 2 times that I thought that, man, I should probably commit suicide because I was dwelling in the pool of depression or whatever. I'm not going to get into the story or whatever like that because that is not me no more. Do I still battle with depressions here and there sometimes? Yes. But one thing that has always came to my mind, and I kind of always pride myself in or whatever, is when it's hard today, it's a lesser load tomorrow. It's a lesser road tomorrow or whatever, because even if you're going through the same things or whatever, you're able to say to yourself that yesterday when I went through this, I was able to overcome. Today, if I have to go through with it, I know tomorrow I'll be able to overcome. Remember, take some time out for yourself. You are great. Rather, if you don't see it or not, you are great. There is something about you, something that is inside you, some type of information that you have that you may feel like nobody else cares about, but there's somebody in a different state, in a different country, maybe 2 blocks away, that feels the same way that you felt that, but you haven't even met that person yet. If you feel like you're doing the same thing every single day, tweak something different in what you do. And when you tweak something different in what you're doing, what you find that, man, you might be interested in, and say it costs however much money to get into, or it takes however much education to really get, that certificate or that degree or whatever like that, so you could venture into that platform or whatever. Take it one day at a time. Take it one day at a time. All your yesterdays are learning experiences. Rather, if all your yesterdays were bad, some was good, some was bad, or whatever the case might be. Learn from your past. Focus on yourself. Because if you're not able to keep yourself up, nobody else will. And if you is blessed to have somebody that's holding on to you and really trying to make sure that you good or whatnot, don't take it for granted. Because in my state of mind or whatever, I feel like people do take advantage of the energy that you put out to them. But again, like I said earlier, there's always some people watching to where you don't have to say that you a good person. They just know. You don't have to say that I'm this. They just know. God, and I'm a firm believer in this, God does put people around your lives or whatever if you can either learn lessons from them, or it just teaches you that, those are the type of people that you don't want to be around, but you kind of learn the ways so you could peep game so you don't fall into them same traps anymore. You are your own person. The best you is when you don't need nobody to keep you going in the direction that you're trying to go to, but where you would like people to be around you so that you could be a blessing to them, just like maybe they be a blessing to you. Go into this world and be a light. I'm not saying you got to be all hella holy or something like that, but be a light, peep game, find a need, be a blessing. It doesn't have to be financially. Sometimes a call saying, hey, hello, how are you doing? And all this other type of stuff or whatever means a lot to so many people. I know it will for me because I don't get a lot of calls and I got 3 phones. Why? Don't even ask me. I just got it. Take some time out for yourself, count your blessings, and pray as far as like the avenues and where you need help at. And after the blessing is, after you finish praying and stuff like that, or you finish meditating, or you finish evaluating what moves you need to make or whatever, pick one. Pick an area in your life where you really feel like you need to, be better at. And if, you is focused on that, and for 2 days it's going good, and then that 3rd day, like for whatever reason you messed up, or, somebody's energy kind of like interfered with yours or whatever, dust it off. Meditate, learn from it. How did what another person did, affect you when it comes to like you going forward and progressing in life? Listen, at the end of the day, whether you believe me or not or whatever, God is good. God is extremely good. He is a on-time God. But sometimes people don't need what they say that they're asking for when it comes to in the form of a rush. Sometimes you just gotta coast. Sometimes you gotta let the engine cool. Sometimes you need to evaluate how you going about in life, so a portion of whatever it is that you're doing or whatever is not going to lead you to destruction. Stay blessed. Take some time out for yourself and know that you are great. If God brought you into this world, you are great. You have a purpose. What that purpose is, I don't know. But take that time to understand what your purpose is. I'm not here to say, hey, stop doing that. I'm just here to say, if you need to change something, change it. And if life is good, blessings to you. Each and every one of us can be a light in whatever course of action that people got to go through. Just continue to do you, even if you got to, change a little bit of you. But that change comes from when you see it, not because you have to change for somebody else. Be positive, speak life into your existence, and whatever it is that you're seeking in life will come. If not in this world, then I pray in the next. But for the most part, as long as your heart beating, you got purpose. As long as you able to think, you able to come up with a plan. And as long as you able to be you able to enjoy life. Make the future that you want come into existence in whatever way, form, or possible. With the good comes the bad, and with the bad always comes out of good. I just pray you on the positive side of all that righteousness. Stay blessed.